Hello, Dr. Vikki Petersen here. I wanted to talk with you today about whether a gluten-free diet is actually healthy for you. If you follow my videos at all, you might wonder, this sounds a little bit strange for me as a topic of discussion. But what I mean by that is that there is a lot of commentary that comes out that a gluten-free diet maybe isn't healthy. And so it gives the incorrect connotation because it makes someone think that, oh, if they're missing gluten from their diet, maybe they're doing something that's unhealthy for them. But that's not what the discussion is about. What the discussion goes on to talk about is the fact that if someone were to eliminate gluten from their diet and replace that gluten with all the gluten-free goodies that are on the market, that probably wouldn't be a very healthy diet. And I agree with them. I've had patients say that it wasn't until they were diagnosed with gluten intolerance that they started eating brownies and cookies and cakes and things that they never ate before when they were eating gluten. Only because once deprived of gluten, they then started to seek out things that were gluten-free, that were legal. So they're no less legal, but we want to put them in their proper compartment, and that is a goodie, a treat, something you do on occasion when it's a holiday or your birthday, something like that. So this all kind of came to mind when I was being interviewed about the Mediterranean diet and the fact that the Mediterranean diet and a gluten-free diet are pretty close. And was there something to really focus on there from a health perspective? And I absolutely agree. When we're working with patients here at the clinic, the Mediterranean diet is very close to what we recommend. The Mediterranean diet is known to really diminish your risk of disease, heart disease, diabetes, cancer. So there's been a lot of good studies on this and really just increase longevity. So when we're talking about this, what do we want to do? We want to make sure, number one, you're hydrated. This isn't really part of the Mediterranean diet, but it's definitely part of a healthy diet. So number one, are you consuming enough water, good, clean water, that equivalent to about half your body weight in ounces? So if you weighed 150 pounds, 75 ounces of water each day you would consume. That's number one. Next, which is definitely stressed in the Mediterranean diet, is a good number of fruits and vegetables. The servings of fruits and vegetables are 7 for women, 9 for men. The 5 comes out because we hear that a lot. Are you getting your 5 servings? And it's really not enough unless you're a small child. So 7 servings of fruits and vegetables for women, 9 for men is what you really want to focus on. Also part of the Mediterranean diet is good fats. Certainly from the Mediterranean comes olive oil, which is great for you, and that's an integral part of their diet, but also fresh nuts and seeds. Coconut oil is also a very healthy fat, but focusing on those healthy fats, not the trans fats, not the unhealthy fried foods that you get at fast food restaurants, etc. These are something to avoid. Also, as part of the Mediterranean diet are beans and legumes, a nice source of protein, especially for vegetarians. But also as part of that diet is low animal protein consumption. So we're learning more and more that as far as the amount of protein that we actually need, especially from animal products, is not nearly what we used to think was necessary. So you can get your protein from vegetables, green leafy vegetables, and also what we were just discussing. So it's very important that when you're gluten intolerant, it's not just about, I'm avoiding gluten. That is the very most important thing to start with, absolutely. But as soon as you check off your list that you're avoiding gluten as 100% as you possibly can, you know where it lurks and hides and the sneaky little places that it might be, like soy sauce and meatballs and things like that. You really understand where gluten is and you're doing your very best to avoid it. As soon as you've done that, the next thing on your list really has to be, now do I have a healthy diet in addition to that? Because the secondary effects of being gluten intolerant are those that weaken your immune system, make you prone to infection, things called a leaky gut, sets you up for autoimmune disease and other degenerative diseases. And in order to really get yourself restored, you need that healthy diet. There's other things you need as well, but the focus of today is the healthy diet. So when you're going to the grocery store, it should be about those fruits and vegetables and beans and legumes and good fat, really healthy food. And then if occasionally you have a little cookie, or you bake a brownie because you're going to a friend's birthday party and you don't want to miss out, okay, that's fine, but it should be on occasion. All right, so I hope this was helpful, and please do send me your questions, your comments, any other topics you want to hear me speak about, and until next time, I wish you very good health.